LSR Open.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to LSR TV coverage of the championship race of the American Motorsports Association Next Gen Challenge Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing. It is a good one here tonight. It is championship night, the final race of the regular season, as these drivers get prepared and get ready to go here this evening for what has been a exciting 2020 season. It all comes down to tonight. We are live again at the Kansas Speedway for the finale of the Line Creek Brewing Company 200 presented by Southern Conservation Trust. And bottom line for Steve Baker, all he has to do is take the green linen at the official start, and he is the official champion of this Next Gen Challenge Series season. It's all live on LSR TV, your home for sim racing. I'm Wesley Outland, virtually from Kansas Speedway. Joined alongside is Santa Ontario, Canada's Derek Fulton. And Derek, championship night. Hard to believe it's coming down to the end of the year, but this series is wrapping up this evening, and it's got to feel good for the champion to just take the green flag, and you're a champion and your season's over. Then all you have to do is focus on racing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Baker's going to be able to go out there tonight and basically take a very long victory lap now tonight instead of having to stress out and race really for it. It doesn't really matter where he finishes tonight. I'm sure he would love to have a win there to top everything off, but it's definitely not necessary, so he can breathe a lot tonight, that's for sure.
So currently going into tonight's finale, this evening here, after the race last weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Steve Baker has a 48-point lead over Keith Del Osmond. Now, obviously, there's no mathematical chance unless Steve Baker blows a motor, has some type of internet failure, something that would have to remove him. But currently, right now, he's since 9th on the board in practice, as practice is just about to wrap up here in about another minute or so. Del Osmond, the man that won last week, the man is at the top of the board now. And again, that driver, got to give him an A for effort. Kenneth Del Osmond, second in the point standings. Dale did everything he could, Derek, to try to win the championship, just coming up short here tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like he's really quick here tonight, too. So, I'm sure just a couple breaks here and there, and could have been a completely different story, but that's why they have the point system and the way it is, and you have to be consistent over the whole season and the amount of races you have to do, and sometimes it doesn't all fall your way, but it looks like he definitely would have been sitting really well going into this race tonight if he would have been a little bit more up there in the points.
And again, tonight's event is the Line Creek Brewing Company 200 by Southern Conservation Trust. It's 154 laps around the 1.5 miles here at the Kansas Speedway. Now remember the All-Star race. You want to get signed up for that. That's going to be a phenomenal event, and fans, we want your interaction as well to decide the Ohio Indiana Roofing All-Star Showdown. And again, we want to mention that people that have been a follower of the series all year long can go on the Facebook page on the Next Gen Challenge Series social media, and you can vote. You can vote for your favorite drivers to make it into the All-Star race. That will be an awesome program. So also, and by the way, our prayers are for Troy Radford, one of our racers on the series. He broke his foot and recently had an injury. So our prayers for Mr. Radford to get better. But with that said, here we go with qualifying. And the drivers are on the speedway led by Brian Snare. He's the first man out of the gate. That beautiful number 43 car has been strong all season long. And Derek, he's the first man brave to come out to qualify.
Yeah, it looks like, he's getting right out there right away. There's not too many other guys. Tyler Hilton, I think, is taking the track as well at this point for qualifying. Everybody else is waiting for a little bit, probably for this track to cool down just a little bit. But looks like the 43 is holding a good line, and he'll be looking to put up a good time here.
Brian Snare on the speedway, 7th in the standings this year with making his 15th start, 14 races. No wins for the car number 43. 1 top 5 and 6 top 10s throughout the season for the driver of the car number 43 right now on courses. Here comes Brian Snare. He'll come ready to come across the start-finish line, and he will set the bar in qualifying. 29.572 seconds. Alan Pajari in the big gut, number 5 Chevrolet. He's up next. Pajari on Speedway, as well as the driver of Tyler Hilton. And we have Pajari again on the number 5 we just mentioned, in making his 11th start out of 10 races, 2 wins, 4 top 5s and 5 top 10s for the band of, or 6 top 10s for Alan Pajari. 1 win, 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s for Alan Pajari, up 2 spots in the points from 16th to 14th now. And we mentioned Troy Radford. Hope he gets to feeling better. And again, had his foot get broken. Tyler Hilton is actually stepping in his car. Tyler Hilton on the race course, making only his 3rd start in the series tonight, with 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s. And again, just kind of taking the place of a fellow aided driver. Dustin Ping on the racetrack, also Derek in number 1.
Yeah, Dustin's looking to complete a 2nd lap here as he comes across the line. We'll see if he can top it. And it looks like he does.
He will.
Top of the board, 5.16.
29.516, quick time for Ping. Snare now falling back to 2nd. There goes Tyler Hilton driving the 82 machine. He'll go to 3rd on the board, 29.683. German Osmond currently in the top 5. Alan Pajari on the 5 car will now go into the outside top 10 in 6th, 29.926. We're right on board with the champion, Steve Baker. He has locked up the title. All he simply has to do is qualify well and take the green flag, and that's his intentions right now. 29.993 on his first lap, sitting in 9th. Here he comes across the line. Will he improve? Yes, up 2 spots to 7th. But then Pajari bumps him back down to 8th, 29.893, and there's the champion car, and there's the runner-up of the series of Kenneth Dell Osmond. It looks like he'll go to the top of the board, 29.456.
Yeah, Dale Osmond in that 88 was really quick in practice. It's no surprise that he's on the top of the board there. It looks like, don't know if we'll have any other drivers complete laps here. I don't know if they'll have time with only a minute and 20
minutes. 15 seconds, yeah, time's
exactly.
running out for sure, definitely. As here comes Chris Mefford.
Mefford's going to go to 6th on the board with the 29.789. Really good time there for the 84.
Yes, sir. Chris Mefford right now, 29.789. Best lap of speed for car number 84 as we get ready for 200 miles, 134 laps for the finale of the season for the American Motorsports Association Next Gen Challenge Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing. It is tonight's finale. We're glad you're enjoying it, and there is qualifying officially in the books. Again, I'm Wesley Outland, Derek Fulton on the call. 78 degrees, and I know it says Ultimate Dirt TV on the top left, but UDTV, LSR TV, they work together, so they're all working together, and I know everybody is looking forward to the 3rd annual Dirt Late Model Speed Week, which is going to be on LSR TV beginning this Sunday. I'm looking forward to announcing that. And Derek, a lot of cool things going on with LSR TV with swag as well. A lot of great things that Charles Wooten has got brewing for your leader of sim racing.
Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff up in the works, and continuing to cook things up every day as we continue to go on with the Short Track National League or the Short Track All-Star League as well too. So it's going to be exciting with that. Lots of stuff to do here for the winter to come, and hoping to see some of these guys out until their next season starts too as well. So,
and without a further ado, we'll get ready to introduce the starting lineup for the finale of the regular season in the Line Creek Brewing Company 200. We'll go from the front to the back, presented by Southern Conversion Trust. On the pole, fast qualifier, 29.456, Dell Osmond. To his outside, Indiana number 1, Dustin Ping. Row 2 will find Virginia's Brian Snare in 43, and Tyler Hilton from the Carolinas for Falcon Motorsports in the 82, driving for Troy Radford. Row number 3 will find Dustin German from the Carolinas in the 99, the 84 6th. Row 4, Alan Pajari from the Lone Star State of Texas in 5th, and Chris Mefford from Indiana drop of the green flag, Steve Baker from the Carolinas in the number 55. And to round out the top 10 starters for Falcon, Brandon Medford in 83, and Cade Green from Florida in the 19. He'll start 10th.
Yeah, in 11th place we have Doug Wysocki in the 34 car. He'll be in 11th on the inside row there. 12th will be Roy Hyde in the 00. 13th will have Brian Littleton in the 80 car. 14th will have Matthew McMeekin in the 4 car. 15th will be Damon Cox in the 57. And 16th will be Eric Blunt in this 6 car. And I think that's rounding out all the cars that took time here tonight. Oh, okay, sorry, yeah, Ray Radford as well will be racing. I don't think he took a time in qualifying, but he will be on the starting grid as well in the 47 car there.
So there is the starting lineup for right now. The final race of the season. We're glad you're along for the ride. We do have a new color guy for the AMA Series wheel. I didn't know if there's a chance you could put the full and last name on the scoring ticker, if you don't mind, to help him out. That would be great to kind of give us be able to look at the monitor. There you go. Trying to help you out there, Derek.
Perfect, thank you.
Yes, sir. As the field begins to roll, the starting lineup is ready. And the field takes one lap under the toe of the pace truck before the drop of the green here in the Line Creek Brewing Company 200 presented by Southern Conversion Trust on LSR TV, the championship finale. But don't forget the Ohio and Indiana Roofing All-Star Showdown coming up in 2 weeks at 8 p.m. Eastern, or 9 o'clock Eastern almost, on Thursday night, September the 24th. Couple of schedule changes for LSR TV. Remember, coming up on Tuesday, September the 22nd, it is the debut of the Swag Short Track Cup All-Star Challenge. It will be at Nashville. And Tuesday night's Super Truck Stadium Series is now moving to Sunday, beginning September 20th at Crandon International. With that said, the champion is about to be crowned with Steve Baker starting 8th. All he has to do is take the green flag. He has done that. The finale of the season, the Line Creek Brewing Company 200 presented by Southern Conversion Trust is green here at Kansas. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a race. We're kicking the asphalt on the back straightaway. Opening laps here at Kansas, and the green flag is out. Dale Osmond is the man trying to hold off Dustin Ping. Ping going back to the lead. You've got Brian Snare right now in 3rd place, but that battle heating up for the lead side by side, Derek, as we are in the opening laps. All right, Steve Baker, he's in 6th. He's won the championship in the 55. You see him right there on the outside of row number 1. Going into turn 1 is what I meant. Now, all he has to do is focus on the race. As you see his car nestled in behind the 5 of Pajari down the backstretch.
Yeah, he's just going to get comfortable tonight. And like I said earlier, he's kind of on a long victory lap here tonight, to say the least. And I'm sure, like I said, he's still going to go out there and try to get the win, I'm sure, as he's looking to make it up the middle there. It's getting exciting. They're almost 3 wide going into turn 1.
134 laps, 200 miles. And by the way, tonight, the Northwest iRacing Truck Series will be on the dirt at Eldora Speedway. You can join Derek, myself, and also Will Duvall, a special dirt racing enthusiast for esports, will be on the broadcast call That will be tonight at 11:45 Eastern Time on LSR TV. The trucks on the dirt at Eldora. That should be a good one. We got a good race here tonight from Kansas. Another great show from Eldora at Rossburg, Ohio. While the big boys of dirt get ready for the Intercontinental Classic Makeup World 100 this weekend as well.
Yeah, it's really exciting stuff with the dirt stuff going on this week. It's kind of dirt week with speed weeks coming up too, and can't wait for that also on LSR TV. There's a lot of good stuff on LSR TV. You know, this series has been great and put on a great show all season long, and you know, it's also with the All-Star race coming up. There's just so much to be excited for right now on LSR.
Tyler Hilton and Mike Massengill, everybody has done a phenomenal job with the series for sure, definitely. As we work our way down the back straightaway, opening laps, Dustin German still the man that leads the way. Still a lot of racing here left to go as well. I mean, we're only getting started with this thing as we're only working lap number 8 this time by. By the way, I will let you know that in observance of the 20th anniversary of one of the darkest days in America, 9/11, we will rest our voices and have a 20-second moment of silence on lap number 11 in observance, Derek, of tomorrow for 9/11.
Yeah, it's you know, it's a good tribute to have, and you know, not much to say. There's really not much to say about it. It's an awful thing, but at least these guys, you know, they're looking out and pay some tribute to them tonight. For sure,
gone but not forgotten, and we remember all of the people that we lost on that tragic day on Tuesday, September 11, 2001, and all of the medical personnel, the families, the loved ones, the innocent people, and for all of the things that are going on in our country today as well. So that's coming up with Dustin German still leading the way, Alan Pajari in second, Del Osmond sitting third, Ping and Snare currently right now in the top 5. Blunt Baker, the champion of the series, followed by Tyler Hilton driving for Troy Radford, who's on injured reserve. Medford in 9th, and Brian Littleton currently the top 10. As that is the rundown, is again Alan Pajari in the 5 car from Texas leading them down the back straightaway.
Yeah, they've been swapping up front all for the last couple laps here as we're approaching the lap 11. So cut off
in observance of the 20th anniversary. Gone but not forgotten. We remember with 20 seconds of silence for 9/11. We remember those in our special tribute for 9/11 with a 11-lap tribute, the lap 11 tribute for those gone but not forgotten. And again, those allow us to give us the privileges and the freedoms to do what we enjoy. We hope you were able to say a prayer in remembrance. Gone but not forgotten, definitely. Pajari leading the way. German in second spot. Dustin Ping is third. And here comes German looking down on the inside, trying to go to the lead on Pajari as they come to the line.
Yeah, it looks like German actually led that lap in the 99 car. He's going to get the lead now going into 1. Pajari's
down
not
into
going
turn number
anywhere.
1. Yes, sir.
Coming out of turn 2, looks like Pajari's going to draft up onto him onto the back straightaway. These cars have so much draft in these this Cup package, and you can really hang along until the tires start to wear out, and then that's when you kind of see guys pull away and separate a little bit more. As we've seen that at the start of the race, everyone was right in the pack, and now guys are getting separated a little bit more. So it'll be interesting to see who has the tire wear to continue on this run and continue to make pace up to the front.
14 of 134 on the board. Here comes Eric Blunt trying to battle with Dustin Ping. That's for third on the back straightaway here in Kansas. Eric Blunt up 12 spots so far in this race in the number 6 Valvoline car that I know last week was a throwback for Darlington, and I know we had a lot of teams do throwback colors for Labor Day last weekend for esports. And Derek, that car reminds me so much of Mark Martin's heyday back in the days, Mr. Consistency out of Batesville, Arkansas.
Yeah, that very well may be, one of the most famous paint schemes from the 90s and the early 2000s there. I think when I remember back, and, like, you always remember that number he had on the 6. That might even be maybe the most famous number almost in NASCAR, besides obviously the 3. But, it's an awesome looking scheme, and he's doing really well with it tonight as he's moving up into 3rd place now, fighting for 3rd.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, another announcement about the Fame 43 for Richard Petty. It was announced that, he can call himself Bubba Wallace. I'll always remember him as Darrell Wallace Jr. Announced that he would not be returning to the 43 car. Amongst all the craziness that's happened this year, I'm kind of surprised, because I know there was an opportunity there not just to become a partner in the company, but also to become another season or two driving the car, and he feels he wants to go elsewhere. And, the silly season NASCAR texts and media people talking has begun. There's been talks about him going to the 48, replacing Johnson. There's been talks about him going to another team. There's been talks about him possibly going to the 42 car, replacing Matt Kenseth, because it's looking like Ganassi's not going to have Kenseth back next year. Just a lot of crazy unknowns right now. But that 43 car, very popular. And in this series, Mr. Brian Snare is the man in the 43 car, in the 12th position right now on track. There you see him in the back as they go back to turn 1, as they work their way around the racetrack. We still watch Blunt and Ping make this battle for the top 3 right behind the leader. Nice little battle brewing, and here comes Osmond about to start a second pack down the backstretch.
Yeah, it looks like that second pack is even starting to make some ground now, back up on the leaders, and this is going to be a tight battle. Almost all the top 10 cars will be right there for the lead.
Back across the line into turn number 1 and 2. 200 miles, 134 laps, and I know, I will tell you this, I'm really excited about in 2 weeks, Derek. I mean, I know that I've had the privilege to go to Lucas Oil Raceway before. Everybody remembers, Thursday Night Thunder, or, Speedway Thunder on TV, whatever there used to be, the USAC midgets on television. Yeah. And now we are literally going to have a nice race in 2 weeks, the Ohio and Indiana Roofing All-Star Showdown, the best of the best, an all-star race, if you will, an all-star format. They still are working out the plans of how the segments are going to be. They might need to take some ideas from you wild creator of the Outlaw Super Late Model Series, sir.
Well, we have no shortage of ideas over there, that's for sure. It's just a matter of getting them scheduled now at this point, because I know you're behind the scenes a little bit with that kind of stuff too, and you know how it is, and we're always working on something there, so I'm sure I could definitely assist with that all-star race if they ever needed a hand.
Give a couple of pointers to help out Tyler Hilton as well, and I do know that there is plans for also a new series for the AMA, the American Motorsports Association, to be created during the winter months, and that will be broadcast here on LSR TV. They're working on the dates and all that, and again, the new season of the Ohio and Indiana Roofing Next Gen Challenge Series will return in May of 2021. This is the finale, the regular season before the All-Star Showdown in 2 weeks. We're 22 laps in. Dustin German, the champion, Steve Baker going to second around Pajari. Blunt fourth, and Dustin Ping the top 5. We'll take a quick break from Kansas and be back with more on your home for sim racing, LSR TV.
Is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
What do you see? 26 of 134 laps coming up here at Kansas. Yeah, there are some comments coming in saying that it is laggy, a little glitchy. We are having some technical difficulties, but we are still working on it, and our effort is to still remain on the air without having to kill the broadcast feed. There has been some new updates done on iRacing, as you know, of yesterday, and since then there's been some hiccups along the way. So the powers that be have diligently been working like crazy, even over the midnight hours, to try to improve graphics. If you saw the broadcast from last night to tonight, you can see the overlays, and the graphics are not the same. The new overlays, there was an update done, and after that, it kind of messed things up, so we had to go back to the old school overlay. The overlay you're looking at now is what a lot of is used for the Ultimate Dirt TV broadcast, for the dirt coverage, like for UDTV's coverage of World of Thunder. So we do apologize for that. We're working on getting that taken care of. But as we watch Alan Pajari, he currently sits in the 4th position, trying to close in on Dustin German and Eric Blunt for that position on the racetrack. Dale Osmond starting to reel in behind him. There goes Dustin Ping in the 1 machine. He is currently in the 5th position as the laps tick away here. I know Derek has stepped away for just a moment, so he'll be back here momentarily. But as we look at Steve Baker crossing the start-finish line, the champion, trying to win the war, he's done that. Now he's trying to win the battle and conquer all. Eric Blunt, though, battling back on the inside in car number 6. For those that are joining us, timing and scoring, losing it just a couple of moments. We're making a couple of adjustments. Please don't freak out. We're doing everything we can to get everything back up and going again. We are aware of the situation.
Looks like the 6th car up 14 positions now from the start of the race. Unbelievable job there from Eric Blunt to start this race.
And Steve Baker back to the lead. You know, Derek, how about Steve trying to win the battle and the war for the series of the Next Gen Challenge Series finale here tonight in Kansas?
Yeah, up in the lead now. He's really taking that victory lap now as he takes the lead around lap 28. He's definitely got that long run car as it shows tonight. We'll see if these guys will be able to hang with him. The 6th car's been really good all night too, so he seems to be there at the end as well. The end of the run, sorry.
As Linda Haney says, as usual, when there is a new build, yes, things have to get tuckered and fixed. And you know, Derek, you're an esports racer yourself, as well as a color broadcaster. The updates, every time they do these updates, sometimes there's little tweaks and things that have to be worked on to get fixed.
Yeah, there's always something that they change, and it's always for the better, that's for sure, usually. And yesterday's update had a few changes, I think, with tires. So we'll see how that adjusts with everybody tonight, and we'll see if their setups or anything were affected, because that update coming out yesterday didn't really leave them much time to make adjustments on what they had.
For sure. And I know there was a lot of disappointed people. Like, a lot of people were really looking forward to, like, the big block modified, and a lot of people were expecting that in the September build. As a matter of fact, there was actually a post that said, hey, we're going to have this, and then they changed their mind, and they're not going to have it until, I guess, what would it be, the December, January update, when they do it again in 13 weeks. So, you know, definitely a lot of amenities, a lot of new changes, a lot of new tracks. Hey, bud, I mean, I checked in with you at 3:30 this morning while lying in bed, and you're on Discord running Nashville. What did you think of Nashville?
Yeah, Nashville's so much fun, and you know, we'll be going there to open the season with that short track challenge. So hopefully we'll see some of these guys out there. I know they're good with the Cup car, and that would be awesome to see them in that short track challenge.
We would encourage all of them to come together. What we are planning on doing is having Cup cars on short tracks across the country. Short tracks across the country on virtual esports. Places like Nashville, Oxford Plains Speedway in Maine, Myrtle Beach Speedway, Five Flags Speedway, the home of the Snowball Derby, South Boston Speedway, New Smyrna Speedway, Langley, Myrtle Beach, all of these places. Stafford, Southern National, my home track where I started my announcing career at Southern National, Richmond, Concord, all of these tracks just some of the facilities we're working on. And I know we're updating our schedule. I know we had a couple of tweaks when we were working on the schedule last night. We want to get away from the National Cup tracks. We want to actually run short tracks, Cup cars on short tracks, and have fun with it. And I think everybody's looking forward to Tuesday, September 22nd.
Yeah, I'll definitely be a driver in that one. There's no way I won't be sitting in the driver's seat for when that event comes around. That's
you won't be sitting in the broadcast chair, is what you mean, right?
I'll go with in-race reporting, but yeah, there's no way you can pull me out of the driver's seat for that one. I've been always wanting to try something like that, and I think it's a really cool opportunity to kind of get a mix of both worlds, and it's going to be awesome.
And again, this race continues on as we approach under 100 laps to go. So far, clean and green. Steve Baker, the man leading the way. Dustin German in the second spot. Eric Blunt third. We were talking about Eric, and what a phenomenal job he's done running through the field. By the way, if you would like to be a part of any of the SWAG events, go to SWAG Racing Esports Team on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and we will get you pointed in the right direction to let you join us, because we encourage the AMA guys to come, the NASRA guys, the World of Thunder, the Northwest Cup and Truck Series guys. We encourage everybody to be a part of it. And by the way, it was announced last night also, I have signed on board as being the new national announcer for the No Limit Racing League. NRL is going to be on Monday nights beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern at Talladega. I will not be at Watkins Glen this Monday because of other announcer obligations with LSR TV. As a matter of fact, we will not even be on LSR TV with that series until Talladega. But I'm looking forward to working with Brandon Von Apple and all the great people there with No Limit Racing. So again, Derek, as the days get shorter, the nights get longer, the temperatures start to drop, racetracks slowly close, even though it's been a crazy year with the COVID pandemic. Already with restrictions on racing. It's also the cold weather starting to settle in as well. And after we had these big money races, now we are getting ready for esports to flourish, I really believe. And I said this several times, Derek. I believe that since April, esports has now officially put themselves on the podium of being a major part in motorsports.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and the timing was really good for me too, as I got back into things right around April with I had a shoulder injury beforehand, so I was off for a couple years and got right back into it when everybody else did. And like, I agree with you too, it's just been unbelievable since that point, and the possibilities are endless, as it shows with all these great leagues that are on LSR TV and just all these great drivers that are involved with every one of them as well. And you know, it's be cool to see maybe LSR TV even host maybe just an event or something in the coming future with everybody involved from every league and every.
I would love to see something like that. I don't think there's no I in team. I think everything happens when everybody works together, and we all have cup cars. We all kind of close to the same rules in the format. And if we could make a race where all of the sanctionings, don't have egos or cockiness and work together and have a big, challenge race, if you will, I think that would be really, really cool. As we have enjoyed working with Mike Massengill and Tyler Hilton and everybody on the American Motorsports Association, the Next Gen Challenge Series. As we are 41 of 134 laps the distance, 200 miles here in this event. Thanks for everybody that was watching. I believe the adjustments that needed to be made have been made. Hopefully things are going a lot better. Give us some likes and thumbs up and hearts on the Facebook feed. And if you're tuned into our YouTube LSR TV channel, just comment and say yes, better, negative, nah, 9, whatever that means, German and for no, right? I know a little bit of German, not 9. I'll tell you what though, Derek, man, I like this race here tonight, brother, but I'm looking forward to the Trucks on Dirt at Eldora tonight. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's always a fan favorite event, and yeah, it's going to be a fun one to call, especially with the Cowboy, Will Duvall. It'd be cool to have him in the booth with his dirt side of things and getting his take on what's going on. So that'll be really cool later on tonight. You can definitely catch that as these AMA guys continue to put on a great show, as always.
It's going to be a 3-man broadcast team for tonight's truck race. 11:45 Eastern, 10:45 LSR TV time on your home for sim racing. Steve Baker, the champion of the Ohio and Indiana Roofing Next Gen Challenge Series for the AMA. He has already locked up the title. He is now trying to win the race, to win the battle, win the war. He's trying to accomplish that in the car number 80, in the 55. While we look at the number 83 machine, That is Brandon Medford battling now with Brian Littleton. Cade Green behind him. That's inside the top 10 for 7th.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of guys shaking things up. Dustin German is still there. He's now half a second back at the leader. So these guys are going to be probably making their way on pit cycles here soon. I imagine they're going to be coming to pit lane as we see a couple cars now dipping in.
Cars are on the pit lane for green flag pit stops, beginning with Dustin Ping in the 1, Brian Snare in 43, Damon Cox-Mudd in the 57. All these cars coming down the pit lane. It looks like the leader, Steve Baker, is giving up the lead. He'll come down to the pit lane as well, Derek.
Yeah, we'll see here. This is going to be crucial here of nobody making any mistakes with any penalties. They could be very costly, as I've seen last night in the Swag Outlaw Super Late Model Series. Definitely cost me big time. So hopefully that doesn't happen to any of these guys here tonight. They're going to be looking to have no mistakes and come off that pit road clean.
Dustin German, Eric Blunt, Brandon Medford, all on pit lane for tires and service here. Still in a green flag run on lap 45 of 134 in race finale for the AMA Next Gen Challenge Series here. There is Dell Osmond. He's on the pit lane coming off of that win last week in Atlanta. And we watch all these drivers, 4 tires and fuel, rocking and rolling here. My apologies. Steve Baker won at Atlanta last week, and it was Steve Baker winning at Atlanta. Dell Osmond won the race at Richmond. That was the last race that I think me and you broadcasted together.
Yeah,
I think me and you done that together for the AMA series.
Yeah, that was a great race last week. Dale Osmond ended up getting that win. Looks like we got somebody missing the pit lane there. Who's that in the 83 car?
Yeah, that's Medford's car. Car number 83, Brandon Medford. He's the new leader. And right now there are only 3 cars, 2 cars checked out on the lead lap. No cars are on the lead lap. Everybody's a lap down by Brandon Medford. Medford has lapped the entire field while they're all mired under a green flag cycle of pit stops. If the caution was to come out, this would really make things interesting for everybody.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. It looks like Medford does have enough to get to pit lane. I was interested to see if he was going to have enough fuel to get around to the pit road.
And he will pit, and this will cycle back around all the other cars a lap down, coming back on the lead lap. You see the transition. A little excitement there for a moment, though, Derek, because everybody was a lap down.
Yeah, it's always fun with those green flag cycles. You don't get to see them much with every series in the short track series, but you definitely get to see them a lot with the AMA series, and that's what we've seen last week with even in Richmond as well. And we'll probably see a lot here tonight as these guys have put on a great show.
Green flag pit stops underway, coming up on lap number 50 here at Kansas. We'll take a quick break as they are still making green flag pit stops. We'll be back with more on LSR TV in a moment. This is the finale of the American Motorsports Association Next Gen Challenge Series from Kansas on your home for sim racing.
They say everything is bigger. These guys down in Texas aren't messing around. This feature race will separate the boys from the men, the girls from the ladies. Can you handle racing 300 laps for $25,000? It's not as easy as you think. We don't stop to tow those too weak. We just push them out of the way. We don't run 20 laps. We run 300 each night. We don't care about what you and your boys have under the hood. Bring all you got. Don't be scared. Call my Cowboy Jack today to get signed up. It all goes down on October 2nd and 3rd in Mesquite, Texas, just outside of Dallas. Kenny Wallace is coming back this year to try again. You don't have excuses. Go to LoneStar600.com now.
Back here at Kansas, after a cycle of green flag pit stops, Eric Blunt is the new leader behind Dustin German in that car right there with the racing pinstripes number 899. Dustin German, the 55 of Steve Baker, the official champion of the AMA Next Gen Challenge Series at the drop of the green is in third and 55. Alan Pajari is fourth, and Dale Osmond currently in the top 5. And for the most part, it has been a pretty clean race at Kansas, if you will, Derek Fulton.
Yeah, it's been a very clean race. Been taking these laps off very quickly. As this track it's a mile and a half, right? I believe, and
it is.
Yeah, it's not the quickest lap time. So these guys have been really knocking those laps off, like a short track almost. It's cool to see.
Picking them up and putting them down, if you will, as again working lap number 51. 52 laps around the track around this time by is what I'm in. Is the 19 dropping below the apron. Cade Green drifting up in front of Ping. Nice little check up there for a moment. It's, let's pick up the car number 82 at Tyler Hilton. Car number 82, Tyler Hilton. He is driving for Troy Radford. As you see that race car right there, Troy Radford coming off of a broken foot the other day. And in doing so, Tyler Hilton was able to who normally in race operations for the series, was able to jump in the race car for the finale. He's only making his third start in the series here this evening and looking pretty strong. Derek in the top 10. He's in 8th right now.
Yeah, sitting in 8th place. He's sitting good. Looks like he's kind of making some ground there on the car in front of him. So it looks like he's going to try to track him down and hold off the car behind him as well.
Approaching halfway, by the way, coming up at about another 12 laps or so. Lap 67 will be the halfway make of this event, so things looking good so far for all of these drivers.
Yeah, I took note there. Steve Baker seemed to have lost a few seconds on that pit cycle. The 6th car of Eric Blunt really got a good cycle, and he got out to over a 4-second gap over Steve Baker, and Baker was the leader before they came in, so that was a big cycle there for the 6th car.
Nice run going there. There's Eric Blunt making his way back around the facility. Understanding that he was the fastest car on the track by 2/10 just a moment ago was the driver of Eric Blunt. So we were talking a little bit about Kansas Speedway. A little bit more information. Kansas Speedway is a 1.5 mile, 2.4 kilometer tri-oval racetrack in the Village West area near Kansas City, Kansas. We still can't find Toto. It was built in 2001. And it currently hosts 2 annual NASCAR race weekends a year, including also the IndyCar Series. Since 2011, the Speedway, of course, is owned by the International Speedway Corporation. A little bit of logistics on the racetrack itself, 1.5 miles. Turn 4 degrees in the turns. It is 17 to 20 degrees of progressive banking. That word, progressive banking use, which means basically it's multiple grooves. You're allowed to use the top of the racetrack, the middle of the racetrack, the bottom of the racetrack. Progressive banking in turns 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 17 to 20 degrees, and the front straightaway is 9 to 11. The back straightaway is at 5 degrees of banking, by the way, and of course, there's just some of the information of what is Kansas Speedway. You're watching for the finale here tonight for the AMA Next Gen Challenge Series from Kansas on LSR TV. Yeah, I found it on my own. Closing it on halfway at about 10 laps. Derek, what do you think of the first half of this race so far? It has been nice and quiet, clean and green, no problems. But is that going to change here?
I don't know if that's going to change here. It looks like they're starting to get spread out quite a bit. Dustin German is kind of reeling the leader back in. Steve Baker showed he was really, really quick on the long run. But the thing is, on this run, he doesn't have as much draft as he had in the first run. So it'll be interesting to see if he still has that power to make that ground back up and get back up there before the end of this tire cycle. Unless we see a caution here soon, I bet we're going to probably see another cycle of green flag pit stop soon.
Yeah, the man of the car number 55 for the SRTV network, looking good. And there's the other man, his teammate, Dustin German, in the number 99 entry. He sits in second. Let's take a look at the manufacturer standings in tonight's race. Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, all by what positions they are. As Eric Blunt is currently leading the way. Dustin German second, Steve Baker third. There you are. 2 Fords currently leading the way with Blunt and German. all Chevrolets down the line from Steve Baker down to Matthew McMeekin. And then you got a Toyota. One Toyota in the field with Ray Radford, who's a lap down, and everyone else is in Chevrolets. Wow.
Yeah, those Fords have that long run power tonight and seem to be out there in the front. It has a lot to do. It has a lot to do with who's in the seat, though. There's not much of a difference at all between these cars on iRacing. It's more of just a personal preference on what car you like, and obviously these guys are Ford guys, and they're strong tonight.
Hope you're enjoying coverage of what is the American Motorsports Association Next Gen Challenge Series finale, presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing. Tonight it is championship night with the final race of the regular season before the Ohio Indiana Roofing All-Star Showdown coming up next week. And right now, again, this race for tonight is the Lion Creek Brewing Company 200, presented by the Southern Conservation Trust. Say that 3 times fast, everybody. I'm Wesley Outland, Derek Fulton, Will Duvall on broadcast production. And again, Blunt a little sideways, battling there with his teammate Dustin German. German going to the lead. Finally, things heating up. 7 laps to halfway, or actually 4 laps to halfway back to turn 1.
Yeah, the 6 car really loose off the exit of 4 there. I thought he was going into the wall, but he made a great save. I don't think he got a piece of it. I don't think he has any damage on that car, but we're having a great battle here for the lead between Dustin German and Eric Blunt.
Definitely closing in on the halfway mark in about another 3 more laps. And Dustin German now getting around Eric Blunt. Alan Pajari there in 3rd. Steve Baker 4th. As here they come across the line, another lap of the board. About to be halfway through this thing here in the final race of the regular season. And don't forget, next weekend they are off. Then they come back on Thursday, September 24th for the Ohio and Indiana Roofing All-Star Showdown. The All-Star Showdown is going to be a good show. We want you to be a part of that one. That will be coming up again on September the 24th. And basically, for the drivers, for information to be a part of the All-Star Showdown, you are allowed to go on the Facebook page and get signed up. Another lap of the board. Here they come. With Dustin German, Eric Blunt, Alan Pajari, Steve Baker leading the way, with Dale Osmond in the top 5. And, you know, Derek, you said it's kind of sprung out here. There's nothing really, you don't think we could get a late race caution? I mean, anything's anything, but do you feel like with everybody separate, that's going to be, it's going to be difficult to see the yellow flag come out?
Yeah, I think it'll be difficult to see. Honestly, these guys are all great drivers in this entire field, so it's going to take probably a pretty bad incident to make one of these guys lose it. But I mean, we did just see a pretty close battle for the lead, and the 6 car almost lost it before he made that save. So right after I said that, we almost seen possibly a wreck for the lead. So you never know what will really happen.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're going to watch that here because we got to wonder how much they're burning up their tires, using up rubber, and it's causing them. We're halfway home in this the race here tonight for the Lion Creek Brewing Company 200, presented by Southern Conservation Trust on LSR TV. 67 down, 67 remain, and we're already 100 miles in this event. Another 100 miles remain for the regular season before the All-Star race. And by the way, don't forget you can get signed up and make your vote as a fan for what drivers you want to be in the Ohio-Indiana Roofing All-Star Showdown on Thursday night, September the 24th, live on LSR TV from Lucas Oil Raceway in Indianapolis. All you have to do is go on their Facebook page, and that is AMA Next Gen Challenge Series, and vote as a fan for what drivers you want to have in the race for the All-Star event on September 24th. And again, there will be a format and everything announced for that race whenever it happens, because I know, like, it's posted and says, if you will, you know, Derek, like there's going to be like a 100-lap All-Star race, but that 100 laps is actually going to be like a special format. There's going to be segments and stages and inversions and all sorts of crazy things that they're coming up. It's not just going to be drop the green flag and go 100 laps.
I might have to drive in that one, I think. We'll see. We'll see if I can get the swag guys out to that event. That'd be cool. Maybe as a run it. We'll see if we'll be allowed to. And if we can, then you might actually see us in the driver's seat for that one. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that per se you can be able to attend. It's an all-star race, so there's limitations of how you qualify to get in the race and stuff like that. I don't think it's like an open. I hate to say this, but I don't think you'd be able. You might just need to stick in the booth with me.
Well, that's fine too. That's fine too. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, maybe if we get a caution, we can try to grab Tyler, and maybe Tyler can give a quick description of what the All-Star race will be about. 72 of 134 laps are here. Hey, we're going to do this. We're going to go side by side so you don't miss a thing. Okay? I'm going to blame it on Cody because I know he's listening. We don't have a side by side yet. My apologies. Well, I guess what we'll do is we'll just take another break since we're in a green flag run. The second round of green flag pit stops are coming up, and we're ready to bring this one to the house in the finale of the season from Kansas Speedway of the Line Creek Brewing Company 200, presented by Southern Conservation Trust. Dustin German, Eric Blunt, Steve Baker, Alan Pajari, Dale Osmond, the top 5. From Kansas Speedway, this is LSR TV, your home for sim racing. Back with more in a moment.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom T-shirts, racing. We'll do any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized. I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything. Hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customers. So you can just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing. And if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees at yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Hey, race fans, don't forget to cast your vote for the All-Star Fan. I was just talking about the 2020 AMA All-Star Showdown presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing. Voting is officially open. Use the following link at American Motorsports Association on Facebook to cast your ballot. Race winners from the 2020 season are automatically in the All-Star Race event. If the winner of the fan vote advances by winning one of the remaining races or a segment in the All-Star Open, the next highest voted driver will then advance. Poll closes on midnight, September 24th, the day of the race. So vote today. That's strollpoll.com, an American Motorsports Association on Facebook. So once again, Derek, you'll have to be in the broadcast call with me because it's driver winners of the series, basically.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. We're going to have an all-star race. We just can't have a free-for-all, let everybody come and run it, right? I mean,
Yeah, no, for sure. It's not like the E300 at Martinsville. That's like an esports event. It's kind of just open for everybody. But we will have an all-star event as well in the Outlaw Series. So definitely understand.
So I can tell you the drivers that will be invited to the all-star race. of course, for the All-Star Showdown, Steve Baker is locked in. Kenneth Osmond's locked in. Brian Littleton is locked in. Roy Hott is in. Matthew McMeekin, Troy Radford, Alan Pajarin, Dustin German, and Colin Allman. Those are your drivers that are currently on the invite list for the Ohio and Indiana Roofing All-Star Showdown. And, of course, you can also vote for more drivers on Facebook at American Motorsports Association. Welcome back to coverage of the finale race of the season tonight. Of course, it is the Line Creek Brewing 200 presented by Southern Conservation Trust on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. I'm Wesley Outland. Derek Fulton and Mr. Will Duvall is on the production. Executive producer, of course, of LSR TV is Charles Wood. We got a car getting sideways. Pajari! Little loose there for a minute down the back straightaway. No harm, no foul. And we'll stay green, Derek. What a save.
Yeah, what a save there on the 5 cars. These tires are starting to get a little bit worn out. It's showing on the 5. He's getting a little loose off the corners there. He's going to have a wheel full for the next couple laps, I imagine, before they get back to that green flag cycle of pit stops that we were talking about.
Yes, sir. A little loosey-goosey there for a moment. This race so far, flag to flag, caution-free. No problems whatsoever. Working now lap number 81 of 134. The man out in front is still the driver of Dustin German. Dustin German looking for his second win on the series. Remember, I told you he's won a race already this year. But 82 now complete, working lap 83, and he's the man that everybody's running down as a nice little battle continues for position, and that's Kenneth Dale Osmond trying to hold off Pajari, and Steve Baker in front of him on the back straightaway.
Yeah, Osmond's looking really good in that 88 car. He was really quick in practice, so he's going to be trying to make that time up here on the old tires. It looks like he is starting to make a little bit back on a few cars in front of him. But Dustin German is really taking off as we've got a car in the wall. I think that was the 43 car, Brian Snare, hard into the wall on the exit of 4.
Brian Snare's car in the 43, still no word if we're going to throw a caution. I don't think we have yet. He's on the bottom of the apron. 1 lap down for car 43 of Brian Snare. No harm, no foul. Green flag will remain out, but his car is really, really loose as they work their way down the back straightaway.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to bring that thing to pit road by the looks of it. Might even have a tire almost going down on that right front.
So Brian Snare with problems on his machine. He will come back down to the pit lane in the 83 car, and I got a feeling probably within the next 10 laps we'll also start to see a cycle of what will be green flag pit stops. And if you kind of level things out around lap 40, 45 was around when they pitted the last time. If they pit around 90, 95, I think this will be what you could call the money stop if we go all the way to the finish, because they could go all the way to 134, Derek.
Yeah, they're going to probably try to get as much as they can out of this set of tires, then they have the freshest tires they can possibly have to the point of the end of this race. But they did get a caution by the end. I'm sure they still have another set of tires, and you can see everybody come back down pit lane.
Well, there's Dustin German, the leader, moving around lap traffic, including the 47 of Ray Radford.
The 99 car is just checked out now to a 6-second lead on this run. Eric Blunt was up there, and he fell back on these older tires. Out of all the cars in the top 5 right now, Eric Blunt in the 6 car is the only car that hasn't won a race yet this season, as you'll see on the standings. So he'll be looking to try to punch that ticket into the All-Star race.
Currently, winner, 1 win on the series back on May 7th, and that was when the series was at Daytona. That was the most recent win for the driver out of the Carolinas of Dustin German, a win at Daytona, a 6th at Texas, 23rd at Pocono, and he's only made another start in Michigan back in August, so he's only ran a couple of times. But again, because by virtue of a win, he is in next week, or in 2 weeks' time, the Ohio Indiana Roofing All-Star Showdown. So again, he will be in the race coming up with 1 win at Daytona since then. 1 top 5 and 3 top 10s for the driver of car number 99. And looking to improve that for another win. He's out in front right now in the 99, and we got cars on pit lane, just like I expected around lap number 90. Boy, did I call it right.
Yeah, right on the money. Lap 90, they're coming in. We'll see the other leaders in the top 4 there probably to get down in the pit lane here in the next couple laps as well. Like I said in the first cycle, definitely making sure they don't have any penalties here, because that'd be absolutely devastating at this point, as they wouldn't have as much time to get that time back. So no mistakes here for anybody is what they're looking for. And it looks like the leader, Dustin German, bringing his car down on the pit lane.
So the leader will cycle around and give it to Tyler Hilton in the 82 car, who's filling in for the injured reserve driver, Troy Radford. And those cars have not yet pitted yet. Here we go with the second cycle of green flag pit stops, lap 90 of 134. Things going along real nicely.
'99 car gets off pit lane well, as now Tyler Hilton will drop the race lead and come down pit lane himself to grab 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel, hopefully to get him to the end of this race.
Down the straightaway, Tyler Hilton. Looking strong. Now he'll come to the pit lane. Brandon Medford will now go to the lead. Overshooting his pit stall, the 19 of Cade Green. And now he will continue to make work on adjustments, pit stops being done. Doug Wasaki on the pit lane now. He'll now exit in 34. Here comes the 83 car, giving up the lead. Brandon Medford now.
Is coming down pit lane. Doesn't look like we've had anybody else come back down pit lane with any penalties, so it looks like everybody got through without any problems. As it looks like the 88 car now, Dale Osmond will take over second place after the cycle of green flag pit stops. As Steve Baker's right there, your champion in third place, right on the back end of Dale Osmond there for second place.
Osmond now with a second. He did everything he could. And let's be honest here, Derek, he did everything right for the driver of the number 88 machine. Literally just simply ran out of time. Dale Osmond in the 88 car. Let's check out the stats for him. Although he ran the entire season out of, well, he missed a couple of races, but out of 13 starts, 3 wins, 6 poles, 11 top 5s, and 12 top 10s for the driver. And he won. I mean, he literally came off of a win at Atlanta last weekend. And then he turned around and came off, he came off of a win at Richmond, a win at Michigan. And these other top 5 mired top 10 finishes, I think those are what hurt him as he came down the stretch. We always talk about wins, yes, Derek, but another thing you have to be is consistent. And that's one of the things you have to say looking at the stats, thanks to DanLisa.com, on Steve Baker. He was consistent. He did what he needed to do out of 14 starts. And, of course, also I believe those couple of races that Steve Baker missed also hurt him in the championship standings. But for a driver like hurt Osmond, for a driver like Steve Baker, the man out of the Carolinas, 2 wins, 2 poles, 10 top 5s, 14 top 10s. Did you catch that? 11 top 10s to 14 top 10s, and he had more starts than what Osmond did. He basically played the game right, and you look at this. Here's the statistics from the drop of the start of the season at Daytona in May to now for Baker and finishes, Derek. 2nd, 7th, 4th, 3rd, 10th, 2nd, 7th, 5th, 1st, 3rd, 9th, 2nd, 1st. All top 10 finishes.
Yeah, that's really impressive, and it looks like he's going to continue that tonight as he's been holding together and holding strong in third as well. So that consistency's definitely paid off for him, and it pays off in the long run for sure with that 55 car. But he's also able to get out there and get a couple wins this season too, to show that you know, it wasn't just consistency. You can also get those wins too, and he needed them.
Dustin German is leading the way. He's looking for that second win on the season, currently in 27th in the points. He knows he's going to the Ohio-Indiana Reefing All-Stars Showdown, and now he's looking to pick him up and put him down in that Ford Mustang in what has been a caution-free race so far as we approach 35 laps remaining. One more quick commercial break, and then we'll take you to the checkered flag. This is the final race of the season for the AMA Next Gen Challenge Series, the Lion Creek Brewing Company 200 on LSR TV, your home for sim racing.
They say everything is bigger. These guys down in Texas aren't messing around. This feature race will separate the boys from the men, the girls from the ladies. Can you handle racing 300 laps for $25,000? It's not as easy as you think. We don't stop to tow those too weak. We just push them out of the way. We don't run 20 laps. We run 300 each night. We don't care about what you and your boys have under the hood. Bring all you got. Don't be scared. Call my Cowboy Jack today to get signed up. It all goes down on October 2nd and 3rd in Mesquite, Texas, just outside of Dallas. Kenny Wallace is coming back this year to try again. You don't have excuses. Go to LoneStar600.com now.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
The final 30 laps of the regular season are upon us here at Kansas. We have now gone caution-free for 105 laps. Dustin German is the man leading the way. There's the champion, Steve Baker. He's in second. Alan Pajari is in third. Right behind him, nestled, along with Del Osmond. There's your top second through fourth. And the interval behind them to the leader, or in front of them, if you will, 9.45 seconds, and now growing that to 9.5 seconds as the laps wind down here in Kansas. Derek.
Yeah, Dustin German has definitely took a hold of this race, and without any mistakes, it's probably going to be his tonight unless Steve Baker can really find that speed on the old tires like he did earlier on. But without that draft, Dustin German has definitely been really strong. all night long, and he's showing it tonight with almost a 10-second lead. As it looks like Steve Baker almost got into the wall there a little bit, and Alan Bajari will go back by him on the inside in that 5 car.
And as this race virtually comes to an end here at the iRacing Kansas Speedway for the Next Gen Challenge Series, the final regular season race for the NASCAR Canada Outdoor and RV Outdoors Truck Series has just concluded. Grant Enfinger has picked up the win, his 3rd win of the season at Richmond, after a return to that series back with trucks since 2005 tonight. He passed his teammate Matt Crafton on the late race pass for the win, and also Tyler Ankrum and Todd Gilliland, a couple of short track aces, Derek, have made it into the playoffs.
Nice, yeah, exciting for them.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
And this series did not have a playoff. As we see now, the 5 car, Alan Bajari, a little loose there for a second. Little wiggle and a jiggle and a bobble and a wiggle, jiggle, giggle. I'm getting tongue-tied myself with my famous quote that I like to use. As here comes, no, who was that? That's Baker trying to get down to the bottom. Cuts off Osmond. And again, as I said, mad respect for the 55 and the 88 with one another. They've raced each other hard. I started announcing the Next Gen Series probably off and on since June, and they've always respected one another, just like they're racing each other right now. Like I said, I think it's a matter of not having more starts than Steve, and the consistency of not winning, but having more top 5s and top 10s, and that's why Baker's the champion over Osmond.
Yeah, looks like there would have been right down the wire for the race win there if he did have a couple more starts. It would have been a race right now for probably the championship as we're looking at it. But that's all it takes is just a couple missed points there, and that was what Steve Baker had to solidify the championship coming into tonight.
Phenomenal run for Dustin German. Looking for that 2nd win on the series. And here's a guy, Derek, that he's 27th in the point standings. He's had 1 win on the season. He won at Daytona when the season started. And, he's kind of had off and on, hit or miss races. He's made a couple of more starts. He's only got like 4 or 5 total. And this man's about to win the last race of the regular season to ensure himself to go to the All-Star Showdown next week. And by virtue of winning back at Daytona, he was already in the showdown.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably see him back next year, and it'll be interesting to see if he gets in there a little bit earlier. And, that's probably going to come right down to the wire between all these drivers if they all return next year. And it's going to be a great battle to watch out for.
What a phenomenal show they're putting on. The race rolls on here tonight at the Kansas Speedway, virtually on the iRacing simulator. I know we had a couple of hiccups and some issues earlier, but we got them quickly resolved, and we are bringing you this finale. Thank you so much to some avid fans throughout the season that has joined us on the broadcast along the way. People like Mitchell Snare, Linda Haney, Stephanie Vines, just some of the avid fans that have followed a lot of the coverage. Connor Stemza, just some of the avid fans of LSR TV, as well as fans of the series, of their favorite drivers and family that have watched these drivers throughout the week and week in, week out racing. We appreciate that. We appreciate you, the fans, as well. We do this for you as we approach 20 laps to go here at the line. Derek, if we didn't have the fans of participation or followers of the broadcast, we wouldn't. Why would we do it? So we definitely say thank you to all of them, and we hope you've enjoyed the entertainment throughout the season.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about, and it's cool to see these guys on LSR TV, and always watch and tune in myself when I do get a chance and watch all these series when they're on, and always a great show, and hopefully we'll see them back next year with just as good of a show. So we'll see how it goes.
Under 20 laps to go here. Green flag pit stops underway. Matthew McMeekin, who's got 1 race on the season, the Navy colors, he's going to go to the All-Star Showdown in 2 weeks. He's on pit road. Late race pit stop. You don't think these guys can go to the finish? What are you thinking, Derek?
I was worried it was going to be close with the amount of laps left. I think they'll have enough, though. It'll be interesting to see if some of those guys at short pit, maybe a couple laps, didn't get enough fuel into it, or if they're going to be able to make it to the end. So I think Dustin German, Steve Baker, Dale Osmond, and Alan Pierre, they can all make it no problem, in my opinion. So we'll see. It'll be a race more or less with the other guys that short pitted the lap before, or 2 laps before everybody else.
German leading. Here comes an O'Reilly car. This is Brian Littleton. He's in the top 10. He is pitting in the 80 car with 1 lap down. Under 20 laps to go. 18 remaining here at Kansas. There's the man in second spot, Alan Pajari. Pajari has had an up and down season, if you will, the driver of the number 5 machine. Of course, making his 11th start tonight. But out of the statistics from Atlanta last week, out of 10 starts, 3 DNFs, 1 win, so he's in the All-Star Showdown in 2 weeks. 1 pole, 4 top 5s, and 6 top 10s for the man who normally averages in 11th in the car number 5 from Texas of Alan Pajari. Another good run for him tonight. He's in the top 5 and 2nd.
Yeah, it looks like he's gained about a second there now on Dustin German as this run has went on. Same with Steve Baker. They've cut in a little bit on that lead car's gap. So we'll see if they can continue to do so here by the time this race is over. They may have enough time.
Away. Yeah. And I'm so impressed that this thing's went caution-free. I couldn't believe it. I mean, but you literally said you're a racer yourself. I mean, when you get spread out like this, you know, sometimes this is the ingredient that you have.
Exactly, and that's just it. And it looks like the 1 car, Dustin Ping, gets into the wall just slightly there, but he holds on to him. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Guys getting loose off the corner, but a lot of great saves, and nobody ended up losing the control of the car. But, you know, the race isn't over yet. We still have 14 laps left. These guys are starting to dice it up to try to get whatever position they can. And Steve Baker's still definitely looking to get whatever he can get as he's in the top 3 now, and maybe trying to get at least that 2nd place position if they can't catch the leader.
I think one of the words that I have to say is definitely respect. They respected each other down the road, down the line, throughout the series, throughout these races. And I know that Mike Massengill and Tyler Hilton, all the people that are in the operations of the American Motorsports Association series, like the Next Gen Challenge Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing, have done their best to officiate a tight ship, and they don't put up with any junk. And I think we're seeing that as, yeah, the car count's only like 17 cars, but, you know, a good group of these guys, they respect each other. We've had some crazy moments throughout the season with races that we've called here, but tonight, you know, we're seeing a nice, clean race. There's been some, you know, 2-3 wide moments for a moment, then it kind of nestles and calms itself back down. Here we go again with Baker trying to get around Pajari for 2nd spot. Here comes Osmond. He'll try to hook up with him on the bottom of the apron and drift up in front of Baker. Will be Baker in front of Pajari is what I mean, as Dustin Ping goes up the racetrack, as well as Dale Osmond, Eric Blunt. And they're moving by lap cars as well. That's going on with lap traffic in the way of Dustin Ping in the 1 car in the top 12.
Yeah, it looks like Steve Baker was hungry there. Got that 2nd place spot. We'll see if Pajari can get back up there and grab that spot back. But they are still gaining quite a bit on the lead car. That's just, will they have enough time as we approach 10 laps to go?
They are reeling him in. The interval at the line now almost 8 seconds between German to Baker. At one time, it was almost 9.5 to 10 seconds on the interval back, but now they're trying to close in on it. What was our producer saying? Understanding, yeah, we're correct here, Derek. Our producer is also letting us know in our ear that Steve Baker is a full half-second faster than the leader of German the last 2 laps on the racetrack.
Yeah, half-second, that might not do it. It's going to probably run out of time, so he's going to have to try to find a little bit more speed if he's going to catch him. It's going to be a tough task, but we'll see if he can do it.
It's coming down to this. Next time around, the final 10 laps to the regular season, and tonight's Line Creek Brewing Company 200, presented by the Southern Conservation Trust, on your home for sim racing. As we already reiterated on, Steve Baker, the car up on the top shelf in 55. He is the official champion. He won the race in Atlanta last week, and by virtue of doing that, he won the championship over Dale Osmond, who has come to pit road. They might not be able to make it to the finish, Derek.
No, yeah, it looks like Dale Osmond didn't have enough here, so we'll be keeping an eye on these guys. As it looks like he's going to try to short pit here and try to get a little bit of an advantage here and make sure he's good to go till the end. Maybe that's why German has slowed down a little bit there. Maybe he was just trying to save a little bit of fuel, but I will keep an eye on him to see if he's got a
He literally just did a stop and go, a splash and go, if you will, on the 88 car for Dell Osmond. He literally did a splash and go on the 88 machine and quickly got back out on the racetrack, and just by doing that, he went a lap down. Dustin German is also slowing down. You are seeing it on the monitor. You're seeing it on the interval. At one time, it was almost 10 seconds. Now the interval is cut back to almost under 6 seconds. Does he have enough time, that is, though, Steve Baker, to run him down for the victory?
Yeah, it looks like Dustin German got into the wall just slightly on the middle of that corner there, as the tires have really started to wear out on the end of this run. And he's just trying to hang on to it at this point. He did lose 0.8 of a second there when he got into the wall, but once he got it going again, it seems like it's evened out on the monitor a little bit.
Trying to do everything he can right now in car number 99. 27th in the standings, only in his 5th start this season. The driver of the car number 99, Dustin German, looking for his first win at Daytona. Now he's looking for his second win. The winner of the first race of the season is trying to win the last race of the regular season before the All-Star Showdown. German leads. We're closing in on 6 remaining here at Kansas, and still caution-free.
Are they going to have enough here? That's the question, as to go into the turn 4 here. He's put the 34 car a lap down, another lap down here tonight. These guys have been really solid. He's just looking to have enough left in that tank to get to the end.
German, Pajari, Baker. Lap traffic all in the way. Wasaki was right there, the 34 car, behind the leader of German. They'll come down to the line this time by, and it will be 5 laps remaining next time around at the stripe. 5 laps remaining of the race and of the regular season. The champion has been decided. Now it is German, Pajari, and Baker. We'll talk to those top 3. The Clanmore Servers post-race wrap-up is among us after the checkered flag here from Kansas. 5 to go, Derek. They're in turn 2.
Yeah, it looks like that monitor is definitely evened out. Alan Pajari is evened out to a 6.3 second gap back from the leader of Dustin German. As the second place position did change. Again, Alan Pajari did get by Steve Baker. That's the battle right now on the track with your series champion, Steve Baker and Alan Pajari.
What a job there for Dustin German. Out in front there is the man in second spot, Alan Pajari. They'll come to the line, and 4 laps to go. 4 laps remaining this time by for the drivers of car number 99, 55 and 5, 1, 2, and 3. Here comes Baker now trying to go back for second. Pajari trying to go back to second off turn 2.
They're side by side coming down the back straightaway, trying to get all the momentum he can on the high side. Maybe try to pinch Pajari down a little bit on the exit. It looks like Pajari's going to drive it really hard into 3 and try to get it to move up the track in front of him. As Baker's going to go back down on the inside, no, back to the top side, and crosses back over, trying to get that spot back from Pajari.
Looking inside, looking outside, running out of time on Pajari. Baker now will go back to the top shelf. It's 3 laps to go down the back straightaway, and the man out in front is still the driver of Dustin German. Meanwhile, this battle heats up now for second spot. Pajari and the champion Baker continuing to go at it down the back straightaway, up top shelf to the west end of the speedway in 3.
Yeah, he is there. It's just a matter of getting the run off the corner that he needs to keep the car there in the next corner to keep him pinched down on entry. Looks like he's going to have the run. He's second on the line. No, he did get the position at that lap. So we got 2 to go now. We'll see who pulls each other here at the line.
2 laps remaining for Dustin German, the leader. The battle continues on for second with the champion of the Carolina, Steve Baker, and Texas, Alan Pajari. Mr. 88, Dell Osmond could not go to the finish. He'll finish second in the points, but he is currently a lap down. While that goes on, Dustin German will take the white flag. 1 more lap to go. A lap car is a pick between Pajari and Baker. 1 more lap to go of the season in turn 1 and 2. It's now German leading for the final time.
German coming down the back straightaway into turn 4. He's in that final time for the track tonight. I'll let you take it to the finish here, Wesley.
He won Daytona to open up the season. And now in only his 5th start of this year, to wrap up the Next Gen Challenge Series, he will win the finale at Kansas for the Lion Creek Brewing Company 200, presented by Southern Conservation Trust. And now it's official as he takes the checkered flag, finishing second. Steve Baker, your 2020 American Motorsports Association Next Gen Challenge Series National Champion. Eric Blunt has ran out of fuel. Pajori will finish, Blunt will finish third. Alan Pajori has ran out of fuel. He'll cross the line in 4th position. We were wondering, Derek, could they go the distance, because fuel was definitely becoming scarce for a lot of cars.
Yeah, it looks like these guys may have just had enough. We'll see if Dustin German even has enough to do a burnout here tonight, as he may be out of fuel here coming to the start-finish line.
Dustin German wins flag to flag, caution free, in the final race of the regular season for the race for the Next Gen Challenge Series AMA, presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing. On LSR TV, here's a look at the results, including Dustin German, the winner, Steve Baker, 2nd, Eric Blunt, 3rd, Alan Pajori, 4th, Chris Radford finishes in 5th. 6th will go to Tyler Hilton, filling in for Troy Radford, Doug Wasaki, 7th, and Dell Osmond, Brandon Medford, the top 9.
10th place is Brian Littleton. 11th is Ray Radford. 12th will go to Matthew McMeekin. 13th will be Dustin Ping. We'll see him get in the wall a few times, a couple issues there. Rough night for him. 14th will be Cade Green in the 19. 15th, Brian Snare in the 43 as well, also in the wall tonight with a rough night. And 16th will be Damon Cox. And then rounding out your field will be 17th place of Roy Hyde tonight in the 00 car.
So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will grab those drivers and prepare for the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up. And in addition to that, we will also talk to the champion in Steve Baker. The Pyrotechnics virtually fly through the air in Kansas. Toto nowhere to be found, as this Kansas tornado has ended for the Next Gen Challenge Series. Flag the flag. It's Mr. German winning the race and Steve Baker being the champion. We'll talk to the top 3 in a moment on LSR TV, back with your home for sim racing from Kansas.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom T-shirts, racing. We'll do any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized. I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything. Hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold, to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customers. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing, and if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, T-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees at yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
Welcome back to Kansas Speedway and the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up about to get underway as the Line Creek Brewing Company 200 presented by Southern Conservation Trust is over. The season is over except for the Ohio and Indiana Roofing All-Star Showdown. That'll be coming up in 2 weeks on September 24th on your home for sim racing, LSR TV from Lucas Oil Raceway in Indianapolis. And joining us now is our top three finishers, and we're going to talk to Eric Blunt. Eric Blunt, you weasel in there and take third. Alan Pajari ran out of fuel. Was it a fuel mileage race? I'll ask a question, and then Derek will ask you a question real quickly.
Yeah, definitely it turned into a few mileage race. Definitely did.
Awesome. I was watching you all night. We were keeping an eye on you. You came up through the field and 13 spots tonight. Explain how that was. Was it fun just going through the field tonight and how you did so?
Yeah, I knew I didn't have that quick qualifying speed, so we decided to stay in the bag, save the tires the first 2 or 3 laps, and then push as hard as we could.
All right, awesome, buddy. Well, real quickly, we'll let you thank your sponsors. We appreciate you running with the series this year and getting the top 3 tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys for all you do. I want to give a shout out to Wifey, who lets me out to do this every time we get hit the track. I want to thank AMA Next Gen Challenge Series. Great series. Looking forward to next year. Want to congratulate Steve Baker on the championship. Great run, bud, all year long. And want to congratulate Dustin. He finally broke through and got that win. He's been knocking on the door all season.
Well, by the way, Dustin, he won the race at Daytona back when the season started. It's just been so long ago.
Yeah, he's been knocking on the door ever since then. I mean, finally, I'm glad to see him put in victory lane again. And it was just a great night all the way around. Everybody did a great job, flag to flag. That's awesome.
All right, buddy, it's been fun for sure. Eric Blunt, the number 6 machine, will finish in the number 3 spot. Now, the runner-up we will talk to in a moment of the race because he is also the champion. But in victory lane for the final race of the season, of the regular season, winner of the Line Creek Brewing 200 presented by Southern Conservation is the driver of number 99. He just mentioned him, Mr. German. I'll tell you what, man, Gerald German, what a phenomenal job for you, buddy. Everything just seems going your way, Dustin. A strong car, a good run. You not ran many races on the series, but it seems like when you do run, you are a contender. You pick up the win at Daytona to start the season. You win here at Kansas to end the season, flag to flag, caution free, might I add.
Yeah, that's what it was all about. My car was set up for the long run, and, thank God we went green. That's just a testament to all these guys in the Next Gen Challenge Series. It's a good group of guys. I'm glad to actually win the first race and the last race. I hadn't really been there through the middle part, but I accomplished what I came in here to do. I'm just glad everybody kept it clean.
Everybody definitely respected each other. Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah, we've seen definitely had control on that long run. What did it take there to get that huge gap through that green flag cycle? I've seen you had everybody right on your back end there, and then all of a sudden it was like you had a 4 or 5 second lead out of nowhere. Really good cycle, or how did you do that?
Yeah, I think green flag stops really paid in my favor there. I was able to get a lot out of entry on pit road. It looks like some people were kind of slowing down early to get on pit road to be a little bit conservative, but I mean, it's a testament to my team, Smoke Show Racing. Steve Baker, he works on the setups usually all week, and he hooked me up with a good setup. I just made a little tweaks to it, and man, she was fast on the long run. I was kind of trying to keep the tires cool and save them for the long run because I knew this one would pay off.
Final question. You can also throw out your sponsors as well. What do you think we're going to see in the All-Star Showdown next week, or in 2 weeks in Indianapolis?
Yeah, I think you said it's at Lucas Oil. So
yes, it is.
Yeah, there's no telling what we'll see at Lucas Oil, man. I'm actually looking forward to it. I actually forgot about that. But yeah, I want to thank you guys in the LSR TV booth. I want to thank my sponsor, SR TV Network, my team, Smoke Show Racing, and congratulations, Steve Baker, on the championship. We've Smoke Show Racing's actually wrapped up a few of these this year, so good team effort, and congratulations to Eric Blunt and Tyler Yelp for putting it on.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it. Congratulations, your victory. We'll see you at Lucas Oil in a few weeks.
Thanks, bud.
Driver the number 99, his second win of the season. He won at Daytona. He wins here at Kansas and is, again, the driver of Mr. Dustin German in 99. And finally, the champion is about to be crowned the inaugural champion of the American Motorsports Association Next Gen Challenge Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing. His stats include, out of 15 starts, 2 wins, 2 poles, 14 top 10s, now 10 make it 11 top 5s and 15 top 10s with this official race finish. The driver of the car, number 55 from the Carolinas, Mr. Steve Baker. Steve, congratulations, champion. Well done on a great season.
Thank you so much, Wesley. Kind of glad to wrap it up there for a few weeks. It was a little nerve-wracking as we got down to these final weeks, but I think we finally figured a little something out for the 1.5 miles that we were lacking early on in the season to get that long run speed, and paid off with a win at Atlanta last week and a podium this week, and good win for my teammate there, Dustin.
The pressure had to be off when you drop the green flag, knowing that you are officially the champion. Now all you got to do, and me and Derek was talking about it, just go out there and race.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Winning last week at Atlanta, I think, put us 48 points over second, and the max points you can get in a race is 47. So just coming into tonight was all just to have fun and wrap up the season on a good note and have a good run. Kind of bummed we didn't get to do some donuts and celebrate. We were battling Alan there, trying to save fuel as much as possible, and ran out coming to the line.
Derek Fulton.
Yeah, I was going to say, extremely consistent all season long with 14 top 10s. You know, that's really, now 15 going out of the season into the All-Star race. So that's an unbelievable feat to have, and just a testament to you as a driver, and I think you also as a setup builder. Explain just how much goes into the car each week and what you got to get to have that long run speed in it.
Yeah, man, like I mentioned, it was something we kind of missed early on in the season. I think we were a little better on the short tracks, and I really like the road course stuff, so that kind of was a little good from the get-go, but we really struggled on the 1.5 miles early on and just had to put in some hours to figure out, where I was burning up tires and sort of what kind of setups would work for us and how to drive them. So, just getting laps and running those long runs and practicing, and then making small adjustments here and there. And that sort of process paid off past few weeks, and wrapped up the championship.
Before I let you go, I want you to thank your sponsors on a job well done this season. And also, what's your take of what's going on with this All-Star Showdown that you're going to be a part of, obviously, in 2 weeks at Lucas Oil Raceway, Indianapolis?
Yeah, like always, shout out SRTV Network, SSR, Smoke Show Racing. Glad to have Dustin out there again tonight. Like he said, he wasn't out there every race this season, but got a couple wins, and always good to have a teammate out there. Major shout out to everyone on Falco Motorsports, as I ran most of the season as a solo car team, and they were sort of gracious to let me tag along and work with them on in-race strategy. So hats off to them. Definitely wouldn't have had those finishes without them. And we're excited to go to the All-Star race. Like Dustin said, ORP is, or Lucas Oil is pretty crazy sometimes. So glad to wrap it up with a short track and get out there for one more time for fun.
He'll end the season with 15 starts and 15 race counts with 2 wins, 11 top 5s and 15 top 10s. Mr. Consistency, the driver, the number 55, champion for round number 1, season 1 of the American Motorsports Association Next Gen Challenge Series, presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing, Steve Baker of the Carolinas. Well, that's going to wrap up our coverage from Kansas. Next week, we move on to an off week. Then we come back on September the 24th. That is Thursday, September 24th. For the All-Star Showdown, presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing at Lucas Oil Raceway, All-Star Race Gala, if you will. That spectacular will also be live on LSR TV. Derek, your final thoughts, buddy. 30 seconds before we get out of here, man. Always fun working with you.
Oh, yeah, great race tonight as always. Keeping an eye on the series since the start, and it's always been really clean racing, and that's what we've seen again tonight. So it was what I expected going in, and we've seen it again. Great show, and just a shame we didn't get to see Steve Baker rip down those tires tonight as he didn't have any fuel bringing it back across the line. But great season altogether for these guys.
A fun time for sure. It is again as we put a tip of the cap on tonight's race at Kansas Speedway. Congratulations to Dustin German winning the Lion Creek Brewing Company 200 presented by Southern Comfort Trust. And now we prepare for the Ohio-Indiana Roofing All-Star Showdown September 24th at Lucas Oil Raceway. Thank you to all of the fans, all of the followers. Continue to follow us at LSR TV. And again, get those votes in by September 24th midnight for your favorite driver that's not locked in to the All-Star Showdown. For executive producer Charles Wooten, for director Will Duvall tonight, for Derek Fulton, I'm Wesley Outland. Congratulations again to German, the champion, and going to Baker, the winner of let me flip-flop that. German, the winner, Baker, the champion. Getting tongue-tied, but a fun night, a fast night, a caution-free night. God bless. From Kansas, please keep on praying for America.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSR TV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSR TV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.